Let's drink some wine. Hi, everybody. I'm Hagaram.
He's Hagaram, and
I'm Hagaram. He's Buga. Okay, let's drink some wine. Hi, everybody. I'm Bryan Hinschberger.
And I'm Paul Hinschberger.
We are the Wine Brothers, coming at you from lovely Grass Valley, California, because we can. We wanted to be here drinking good wine with good friends and a beautiful pond. There's bullfrogs in the back. If you hear a meh, that's what that is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not Paul.
Adds ambiance.
So today we're tasting two incredible white wines from Spain. In fact, from the northwest corner of Spain in Rias Baixas. So you may be familiar with the varietal of Albarino. If you've ever heard of Albarino, it's a very becoming very popular white varietal of Spain. In Rias Baixas, it means the lower estuaries. So high up in the northwest, above Portugal of Spain, is this zone. So Rias Baixas, lower estuaries, there is rivers coming in, there's water just enveloping into the land. It's luscious. It's the Northwest. I kind of consider it much like our Northwest in Seattle, Portland area. It's wet, very lush climate. In fact, all vineyards are always pergola trained. So you have to train your vines up above head so that you essentially don't get rot.
Yeah, it just kind of gives extra airflow through the vines, letting them dry out so that you're not rotting anything out.
So our phenomenal Albarino house is Adega Davide. Now, bodega is something throughout Spain. In the Gallego dialect up in the northwest, it's adega. So if you hear me, my Spanish is so good. So Adega Davide is this tiny little operation in the Val de Salnes. So there's 5 different subzones of Rias Baixas, and the middle real big popular one, I mean the greatest Albarinos in Spain, come from Val de Salnes. So very close to the water, beautiful salinity in the wines, very fresh, good minerality, touch floral notes on the nose, but just gorgeous wines. So David Acha is the winemaker. He's this amazing gentleman of a man who has this vision of making the most delicious Albarino in Spain, and he's done it.
I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon. So he's gotten national acclaim throughout Spain as some of the greatest Albarino you can find. He's all about the beauty, the package of just really well-built wine, as you can tell from these super sexy bottles. Paul, let's start off with the Albarino. Let's give this a little whirl, a little sniff and a taste. So this is 100% Albarino. This is the Davide Tradicion. 100% Albarino. If you're going to call it Albarino in Rias Baixas, it must be 100% by law. If you're going to call it a white wine, you must have 70% Albarino.
You will go
to
jail.
You will go to jail.
Do not follow these laws.
So this is the Albarino, 100%. These vines, it's pretty incredible. David pulls from vineyards, small vineyards. Sometimes there's only 2 rows of vines. And he'll pull from these tiny little vineyards of these wonderful farmers. So originally, David's whole plan was, I'm going to find some estate to have my own vines. But then he realized that the families that have been tending to these vines forever love their vineyards and know more about the vines than he will ever know. So he's made wonderful connections with a few different growers around the area and picks from each of these vineyards. Paul, talk to me about this Albarino.
You can really smell the floralness on it.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Like peach blossoms, peach pit.
Yeah, beautiful peach pit. But peach skin, very peachy.
Just the peach.
Lots of peach
Embodied in this wine.
Absolutely. Have you tasted this?
Yeah.
How's the palate? What's
delicious.
happening?
It's really crisp and acidic. It's got so much complexity going on. I mean, there's
Oh my God.
definitely the floral notes, the minerality, the fruit. Really just a well-built wine. It's quite round but acidic at the same time. It's
really well structured. To me, Albarino kind of can get a little bit on the too floral side, too much flowers, and forgets about the minerality. I mean, we're talking about slate soils, chalk soils, granite soils. In fact, there's so much granite in this region that the posts that hold up these gorgeous vineyards, and check out this photo. The posts are actually made of granite. Instead of using wood, they use big old granite slabs. We put those in our counters, countertops, and
pay a pretty penny for it.
Yeah, exactly. They have it throughout every single vineyard. Is held up. These pergola vines that sit 6 feet tall is made of granite. It's incredible.
Wow.
It's incredible.
Incredible.
That minerality, I think, is absolutely key. It's very, very important to find in these Albarinos from Rias Baixas. I think this is incredible Albarino. I mean, probably the best on the market. It's
so good.
One, it's a gorgeous package, beautiful bottle. Two, Davide puts so much love, so much of his passion into making these wines. And three, it talks the talk. It walks the walk. That's what I wanted to say.
It pours the pour.
It pours the pour.
So no, I don't think that works.
So let's move on. I hate dumping that out, but let's move on to his duo. So David created this wine called Duo. Duo because it's not 100% Albarino, so we can't call it Albarino. But this is a 70% Albarino, 30% Godello. Favorite white varietal in the world right there? I love Godello. Godello is from the northwest portion of Spain. Unbelievable, fleshy body, really cool grape. And he uses 30% of that because he loves it. He loves Godello. 70% Albarino. Paul, talk to me. What's happening in the palate here?
Well, so Godello is definitely like a fleshier grape. It's a little bit bigger body. You can definitely taste that in this. It just has a much rounder mouthfeel. It's really pleasant to drink. It's still has the great acidity, but it just has a little bit more...
Just more mouthful,
yeah.
bigger, and rounder, unctuous, and then the Albarino backed with this. I mean, the predominant Albarino in this has this gorgeous nose.
I feel like it's also backed up by some tropical fruits now, whereas this was all stone fruit. This is kind of getting into the pineapple, papaya spectrum.
This wine is beautiful. And we're not talking cheap white wine here. This Albarino is going to sit on a shelf for upper 20s, definitely on the higher tier of Albarinos. However, the greatest Albarino you'll ever put in your mouth. And the Duo, we're sitting up closer to 40. These are beautiful, elegant, bright, gorgeous, gorgeous white wines.
You know, we're just thinking, a parallel here is that it's a little bit sharper of a wine with sharp edges.
Yeah,
it's a little bit rounded with rounded shoulders.
I would not be surprised if David did that just for this.
Brilliant man.
Everything coming from the vines is very, very sustainably farmed. He spends a lot of time with the farmers to make sure that the grapes are exactly what they work out together. But what's brilliant is you're driving through these gorgeous, luscious trees and waters everywhere, and then just there's a row of vines. And that's one of the plots that he pulls from.
Wow.
It's incredible. It's incredible stuff. You can find these wines. They're limited availability. His whole Adega, the entire place, is probably a whopping 20 feet by 30 feet with the bottling line, with his ferment tanks.
Wow.
It's incredibly small. Small production, limited. We don't have much of this in America. So if you see these bottles, grab them. They're exquisite. Beautiful wines, and yeah, I think you'll dig them. Cheers.
Salute.